Parent Dome. I wanted to share this video first before I get into the topic that I want to share with everybody. If you don't catch it now, please catch it on the replay. This is a very interesting video.
When people think of addiction, they usually think of drugs and alcohol. But it turns out you can also be addicted to your cell phone, and it can have serious effects.
Mark Dice, the founder of a group called The Resistance.
He's doing his bit to encourage all of us to be smarter on our smartphones.
It is an epidemic, texting while walking.
Facebook and social networks are supposed to connect friends and family. How technology may be causing a disconnect.
They say about 70% of Americans put the cell phone next to their bed when they sleep. It's the last thing they look at before they sleep, or the first thing they check when they wake up in the morning. About 20% checking their cell phones during church service.
But what other issues does this cause?
You know, it creates a dysfunctional relationship.
And as those devices become more integrated in people's lives, psychologists say smartphone users are in danger of becoming addicted.
Kids as young as 7 years old developing spinal problems from bending over their smartphones for several hours a day. It's a condition that doctors are now calling text neck.
If you're looking at this on a mobile device, for example, it probably look like this. Your arms are bent by your side, you're a little hunched over, your neck even has more of a bend in it. You may wonder, what is this doing to your body?
Experts like addiction specialist Dr. Michael Dow say that too much smartphone use not only causes people to disconnect from reality, but smartphone withdrawal can cause physical symptoms like anxiety, insomnia, and even depression.
And by the way, in London,
So I'm going to flip this around here and I'm going to tell you what I'm talking about. This is Ryan Miller, Parent Dome. I've been thinking about how to do this lately based upon the multiple periscopes I've had the past couple of days, the topics I've gone over, the people that have been communicating with me, my particular activities in responding to negative activity on the Periscope and other social media platforms. I've become more of an activist at this point. I have outed several people that have been participating on Periscope and other social media. I have the tools, I have the resources. I've identified people that have been believing they've been hiding under this mask of anonymity. I've encouraged them that to come in and are disruptive to go and start their own Periscope broadcast and ask people to participate with the topics that they want to discuss. If they're taking me off topic, very subtle, slight deflect, redirect. They come in, they participate, but then there are those that are more intrusive and do things which escalate in the level of inappropriateness, and I engage them. I have a contrarian view regarding trolls. And when I say troll hunter in my topic, that I am looking to be the catalyst for change. Sans Hike 03, thanks for coming. That I've got a completely different view on trolling behavior than most people that are broadcasting on Periscope, because most of these people are judgmental, punitive, send them to the block party. Yeah, there we go. And stuff coming in that we don't understand. And it would make sense that when I use the word troll that I would bring in some very unusual characters in this broadcast. But my view on trolls, that when they are behaving in certain ways, they are a victim of their own pain. They've got their own issues going on. And this is a way to mitigate that pain, that they think they're powerful, that they can do things that are harmful, and they get a rise out of that. And people have different strategies on how to deal with that. My strategy is more therapeutic, and that I want to identify these people, expose them for the behavior, and attempt to find them help to their behavior. So what I'm doing, and this is part one of a couple of series of videos that I'm going to be putting out on Periscope. And the part one is that I want to build a team of people with like minds relative to the issue and topic that I talk about trying to educate, empower, about awareness, oversight, and control relative to kids participating on the internet. I'm looking for few select people. But here's the key, that there's a lot of people that say they're interested in keeping their kids safe and they want to help in this endeavor, but I kind of want to make this a team that is not only convicted about it, but they also evidence the behavior that supports it. So what I've done is, Angel Eyes, good to see you, another Hooli, that I've created a simple questionnaire. And this questionnaire resides inside my website already, but I'm bringing it out into the public forum. And this is a cyber risk assessment, an internet risk assessment profile that you go through a series of questions and you answer yes, no, or true or false. And then when you go then, I think there's like 15 questions on there. I'd like to make it a little bit longer because there's a couple more points what I'd like to add, but I think this is good. That when I get that, I'm going to share that link with people that are interested in this mission about keeping kids safe on the internet. Laurie 147, thank you for coming in. That those people that are interested in supporting this mission, I'm not talking financially, I'm talking about sharing and spreading the message. The message is to create awareness, to provide oversight, and put in controls. Lori, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming in. So what I'm sharing with people is I'm assembling a team of activated, empowered, passionate people to help pass this message out further. And again, this is not it's not a fundraising mission. It is a communication mission. That I have created this very simple Google form, which I call the Internet Safety Risk Assessment. And what I want to do for those that are interested in participating in just being broadcasting the message, if you look down here, my message is a tough message. I get 2 to 3 people that follow, and the challenge is having more people hear this message. People come in, they check out because the message is a painful message to hear, and they often are they get fearful of needing to address this, or they're saying, not my kid, it's not my child. And I'm saying that if you have no visibility into what your child is doing, your child is experiencing inappropriate communication on the internet. Whether they are doing it, that's something different, but they are receiving it. And I submit that if you have no visibility into it, they could also possibly be doing it. So this is about an education. I want to see if there are people that are interested in rallying around this message and getting a broader audience to hear it. There's some very powerful people on Periscope. I want to see if there's a way that this message can get out to a broader masses. I'm off on my own in this little world, shouting from a mountaintop of the dangers. I'm constantly broadcasting of the ripple of those dangers and the trauma that comes out of it. And parents are always on the fix-it side when it happens, but they're very ill-equipped on the proactive side. So I ask if this is a broadcast that people want to hear, if you're interested in being part of the team that just simply shares this message, that this is an invite follower message, this is a share follower message, or participate in other people's Periscopes and say, oh, you should check this out. That kind of communication. Not a huge effort, but it's about gaining visibility. And if those that support this mission would help in that endeavor. And I know that there are people that are not in here right now that follow this routinely, and I'm going to be tweeting out a link, which is this Internet Cyber Risk Assessment, that kind of gives you, you'll fill it out in the Google form. I'm going to send a number back as to what your existing internet safety risk exposure is, and that way you can get a handle on where you are in relative to your current participation, or you can answer this from the framework of your child's participation or someone that you know's participation on the internet, and be able to share this message wide. So I just wanted to do this. This is part 1 of a series of scopes that I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be driving this message out further, wider, and deeper, because the amount of trauma that is coming through, and we're seeing it in the media. I mean, it's every day in the media. It is happening, and you're seeing about it. The VTech with the little kids' toys being hacked, and what's happening with the photos and the communication that's happening there just came out in the news today. Silent Bobby, thanks for coming in. So I have people that are advocates through the social media tool of Periscope and other live streaming media, and I applaud their efforts. I'm looking for those that also are interested in fulfilling that advocate role, the troll hunters, the cyberbully exposing people. see the internet, and I'd want to keep them safe. Awesome. So if you are interested in doing that, just simply by responding in the text line or even typing in the number 1, that's a great thing, because that way I can pick your profile up on the replay and I can tweet you out. That's what I'll do, because you can still maintain distance from me without putting email addresses and things like that. I can tweet this link to you, and then I can forward back and forth the information through hyperlinks as you can see what this looks like just from a ground level. Angel Eyes, I appreciate that. Oh, okay. I thought your Angel Eyes account was set up to a Twitter account. Maybe not. Maybe you do need to set up that Twitter account. But we'll find a way. I think I might be able to get that to you. Yes, if you don't have a Twitter account and you're on Periscope, you'll probably need to set up and activate that Twitter account, and then it'll come through that way. So that's just part 1, and I'm going to have more broadcasts expanding on this a bit more. So thanks, guys, and I still have my 230 scope that I'm